Hello good people, this is me Kumaitila Kositile, your money manager. Today's video is dedicated to someone who is saying, I want to create passive income through stock investing. This is somebody who is investing for cash flow, and this is somebody who is saying, I want to build a portfolio such that I can start living off my dividends. If you're a cash flow investor, you are looking for dividends from your stock investment because your cash flow is going to come in the form of dividends. So the question that you have to ask yourself is, how much do I need to invest for me to start living off my dividends? Or what is the value? How much value do I have to create for me to start living off my dividends? This is a critical question that you have to ask yourself as an investor for you to set a target. I normally say that when we invest, we don't shoot aimlessly. We need a target. You set a target and then you start working towards achieving this target. The reason why a lot of people feel discouraged to invest is because they're just shooting aimlessly, hoping to arrive. You will never arrive if you're shooting aimlessly. You have to shoot to a target. Let me take you through the steps that you have to take for you to create a portfolio that will give you enough dividends to live off. The first step is you need to know your needs, your income needs. What are your income needs? How much income do you want to get from your dividends? This is you. Normally, this income is informed by your needs, your basic needs. Maybe you just need enough income to cover your basic needs at some future or at some point in the future. It can be informed by your wants. It can be informed by your desires. So this is you basically sitting down and calculating the income that you need. And that income has to be annualized. In my case here, I am looking to create a portfolio that can give me 40,000 on an annual basis. 40,000 annually divided by 12 to get a monthly figure, that's about 3.3 that I need to create from my stock investment. And this is money that is going to come as dividends. You also need to appreciate that here in Botswana, most companies, they pay dividends twice. Therefore, if I'm looking for 40,000, that means that, I'm going to receive this money in two tranches annually, depending on the company that I have chosen to invest in. It's very important for you as an investor to go and read out and understand the dividend payout policy of the company that you are investing in. That's the first step. The second step is decide on the companies to invest in. This is you now. You are picking the companies that you want to invest in. And remember, as a dividend investor, you're looking for cash flow. Therefore, you have to pick companies with a consistent track record of paying dividends. Go and read the annual reports. Look at the dividend history of the companies that you want to invest in. But most importantly, do your groundwork in terms of picking the company. I've shared this video here where I was taking you through how to invest, and I've shared in the steps in there that you have to take to pick a company that you want to invest in. So you can invest maybe in individual companies. Maybe you can invest in a particular sector. So it's really up to you, the companies that you feel that you understand and they will give you your intended results. So in my case here, I want to stay too close to my circle of competence. So I want to invest in commercial banks and in financial services sector. There's so many sectors that we have on our Botswana Stock Exchange. We have the commercial banks, we have financial services, we have ICT, we have retailers, we have real estate, we have energy, we have mining, we have even investment holding companies. So you can pick a sector. Once you know the companies that you want to invest in, the step number 3 is to know the dividend yield of those companies. If you are maybe investing in a sector, you can calculate the average dividend yield for that particular sector. Or if you're investing in maybe 3 different companies, this could be across different sectors, you also need to work out the average dividend yield for the companies that you want to invest in. Let's go back to my example. I have said that my annual income needs that I want to derive from dividends is 40,000, and I want to invest in the financial services sector or commercial banks, and therefore I have picked 5 companies that I want to invest in. So this is how you work out the average dividend yield. The first company that I want to invest in is Absa. The current dividend yield is 7.7. FNB, the current dividend yield is 6.6. 6.5. Stand Chart, the current dividend yield is 11.4. Let's Hero, the current dividend yield is 10.7. And BIHO, the current dividend yield is 13.3. I am going to add all of these together and I get a total, and I'm going to divide that total by the number of companies that I want to invest in, by these 5 companies that I want to invest in. So my average dividend yield is 9.92. This is an important percentage for you to know. But somebody, before we even go further, somebody would ask, what is a dividend yield? Your dividend yield is your rate of return. It's more like when you are investing in a bank, you are putting your money in a fixed deposit and you are given that 4%. That 4% is your rate of return. That's the same thing with a dividend yield. How do we get a dividend yield? We say that the annual dividend divided by the current share price of that company. That's how you get your dividend yield. And these are the dividend yields that I've shared with you for the companies that I want to invest in. And the average dividend yield is 9.92%. This is the rate of return that I would get by investing in this company. This is a moving number. It will change based on different circumstances. It will change based on the annual dividends that are declared. It will change based on the share price, because remember, the variables are the dividend declared and the share price. So if the share price is going up or down, that is also going to affect the dividend yield. But at least you have the base that you can work with. This is just the estimate to guide you in terms of the portfolio size that you have to build. Now that we know our income need, we know the sectors or the companies that we want to invest in, and we've worked out our dividend yield, how do we then determine the size of the portfolio that we have to build? This is very important, and this is where you need to pay attention. Now, to get that, you are going to say, my annual income needs, my annual income, which in my case is 40,000, divided by the dividend yield. Remember, dividend yield is expressed as a percentage. So we are going to say the 40,000 divided by 0.0992 to get our target portfolio size. This is the money that we have to invest, or the value that we have to create for us to get that 40,000 annually that we want. How much money do we need to invest? What is our portfolio size? 40,000 divided by 0.09, we get 403,225.81. This is the portfolio size that I have to build for me to get that 40,000. So now you can see what I'm working towards. I'm not going to take my money and just start investing hoping to get somewhere. I know what I have to build. I'm building 403,000 portfolio size. Now that I know the size of the portfolio that I have to build, I can decide better. I can go back to my income, my monthly income, and maybe set a figure that will help me to achieve that. I can start factoring this into my budget. So in my case, I've said that I will be dollar cost averaging. I'll have a desire to invest 5,000 on a monthly basis, send 5,000 to my broker on a monthly basis. So if I send 5,000 on a monthly basis, it will take me 80 months for me to build this portfolio size. 80 months, that's an equivalent of 6 years, 8 months that will take me. So I know, as in when I'm putting money, I know what I'm building towards. I'm not just doing it aimlessly, but I'm doing it, I'm focused, and I know what I have to build. And there's so many ways of playing with this number. You know, if you pick a company with a better dividend yield, that is going to lower the portfolio size that you have to build. So you can play around with the number depending on what you want to achieve. The higher the dividend yield, the lower the portfolio size that you have to build to achieve the same size of income that you want. This is as simple as it can get, guys. This is now you focusing on building something that you can achieve. You can even put timelines to it, knowing that if I do this much, it will take me this much. This is what I'm doing it for. I want this particular income, and this is what this income is going to do in my life. That is focused investing. You're not just throwing your money away, hoping that you know what, you will reach somewhere. You are focused and you know why you're doing it. This is all that I wanted to share with you today. I hope you'll pick one or two things that you'll implement and you will start building that stock investment portfolio. Please don't forget to leave a like and a comment for me. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in another video.